Hello, David here again from the Modeler's Friend with my third video, a third unboxing video. Now I will actually get round to showing you some builds I've completed or that I'm halfway or some way through. However, I'm due in hospital tomorrow. I've got to go for a operation. I won't bore you with all the details, but this is a very quick one before I go in. I got hold of this as my recovery build. I'm expected to be in hospital for about a week. So I thought I'd open this to give me something to plan and think about whilst I'm lying in hospital at my sick bed. Hopefully chatting to some nurses. But again, that's another story for another time. So anyway, back to this. Now, as I said, this is my third video. They are unscripted. I do waffle, and I do apologise for that. But hey, hopefully some of you might find something what I provide useful. But again, please comment, like, share, and all the rest of that gumph. The whole point of the Modeler's Friend, I'm hoping, is to create a platform where we model enthusiasts, whether it be kits, remote controls, slot cars, boats, armor, aircraft, whatever it may be, anything to do with the modeling world, we can share ideas, suggestions, builds, comments, so long as they're nice, of course. Obviously, no politics, no religion or any of that. It's not the forum for that. There's plenty of other pages you can find on the internet to argue your toss about those. But I'm not going there right now or any time. I would much rather talk about plastic builds and slot cars and everything I've just mentioned that I can't remember what I've said already. As I told you, these are unscripted wafflings. I noticed my last two videos were about half an hour, they were about half an hour long, so I will try and speed up a little bit. And I do apologise for the ring of light around each box. If I can justify it, obviously, as the viewing numbers and everything else grow, I will invest in better equipment to make my videos more professional and hopefully more enjoyable, more edited and all the rest of it. But they will still be unscripted wafflings, I can promise you that. So I'm not going to show you any of my builds because, again, I'm trying to get this done before I leave for the hospital tomorrow. Anyway, this is an unboxing of a HobbyBoss Tiger 1 early model. Now, I've built a HobbyBoss Tiger before. I'm not expecting great things from it. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice kit at the end, but I'm sure it's taken from a remote control tank at some point. And if this is the same thing, we'll find that out together. Because as my previous unboxing video of my, the Sherman. I haven't opened this before. Tell a lie, I haven't opened it because the box lid wouldn't come off. So this is it. But I've not gone inside the box. I've not opened the instructions, so I don't know. So given the weight of it, I'm hoping for good things. But whether that's just made from very thick plastic as opposed to the quantity of it. But a HobbyBoss, it was less than, I think I paid 80 quid delivered for this. So again, I'm not expecting an interior or any level of huge, great detail on this. Or a particularly complicated build, to be fair. The Sherman I did video 2, that didn't have an interior. It was a nice build, not too challenging. The Tiger 2 before that, video 1, that did have a full interior, but for 300 quid you'd expect, it was 170 I paid for that. But for a price point of about 200 quid, you'd expect a full interior on it, to be fair. And yes, it did. I do build them with full interiors. I don't paint the interiors because I feel, as I mentioned before, as soon as you put the turret on and close the hatch, you can't see any of it. And yes, you can argue you've got the self-satisfaction of knowing you've done a fantastic job. And kudos to those that do that. I just don't personally have the patience to do it. I like building them. I like painting and weathering the exterior. But not as yet, I haven't got round to painting the interior. But as I said, with this one, I'm hoping it's got some form of interior, but being HobbyBoss and being less than 80 quid, I'm not expecting it to have one. So anyway, the box lid, as I said, I lifted it off because it was quite tight and I didn't want to shoot it down the video. You can see the edge usual pre or post build. It's got a fair amount of photo etch. You can see there highlighted yellow on the edge of the box. More artwork, same artwork. What's on this side? Model variations and camouflage schemes as per everything else, and a clear warning that this product is not a toy. I'm guessing probably at some point it was, but hey, I'm sure somebody will point me out the difference between a toy and a model. As you can see, the courier had fun, bit of a damage corner, but hopefully the box has done its job and protected everything inside. So let's see what's inside. Oh, a similar packaging system to Trumpeter. Now, yes, I know they're all conglomerated and all yada yada yada, but I mentioned briefly Andy's Hobbies in one of my other videos. I think when I was unboxing the Tiger. And again, thank you to Andy's Hobbies for their nice packaging. The boxes are considerably taller, but they are considerably smaller. And I'm sure some modelers out there will agree with me. They're a damn sight easier to get in the house past the other half, rather than these suitcase-sized boxes that you can't really shove up your jumper and walk into the house with. Whereas Andy's Hobbies, you can be a little bit more, let's say, creative in how you get them in the house. But anyway, this is inside. So let's see what we got. The usual pre-advertising page for some of their future builds, although it just say July 2023. So I'm guessing this particular one has been out quite a while. As I said, I've built one before. It didn't come in this box, but there is a website, was it Scale Mates or something like that, where it gives you the history of every plastic kit you can find, whether Airfix first released it in 1971 and when they did a box art update, or whether they gave it new decals, or whether they do new decals and some additional parts, or whenever. Or you can still say you're paying 200 quid or 2025 money for a 1971 tooled Mustang. But hey, you pays your money, you takes your choice. I'm not saying that's right, I'm not saying that's wrong, but for a 1970s tooled model, I think you're taking the piss. But anyway, that's another story. And this kit on this side, on the other side, 1/16 scale, Tiger 1 early model. Again, computer generated pictures. You've got options of the various exhaust systems, 3 gun mantlets, and a choice of 2 control or commander cupolas or cupolas. And again, a little bit of photo etch, which every little bit helps. Your graphic details, your Zimmermitt tools if you wish. I've only put Zimmermitt on one of mine, which was a Jag Panther. Works good, but that was from Attack, which I find completely or considerably easier to apply. But I don't think I'll do it on this particular model. Oh, look at that. Given the thickness of the instruction book, I'm guessing there isn't an interior to this. So what do we got? What sprues? Oh yeah, definitely not an interior. The hull, the gun, exterior, toe lines, etc. 9 sprues for your track links. 1 for the gun mantlets, and this will be for your back, your rear exhaust, etc. And a lot of wheels and your suspension components. So yeah, no interior whatsoever, no tension rod suspension systems. Very, very, very basic. So yeah, I'm guessing, looking at that on the picture on the lower section of the hull, that used to be a battery compartment. So yeah, oh well, battery door. There you go. Clues in the name. So it does give it away a bit. Yeah, very, very basic instructions. Again, I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, battery door, suspension inside. Yeah, you see no tension rods. When you see screws in the build, you know it's very toy-esque. Again, well, we page 7. You're putting the wheels on. Page, we'll skip to here. What have I missed? Yeah, the rear section. Oh, the tracks are 2 sections per link, and then a metal rod, hopefully a metal rod, to connect them all together. And then you've got the rear section, exhaust flanges. Oh, excuse me once again. I would take a drink, but I'm trying to get this video done. And that's the instruction book. So again, very, oh God, yeah. Very basic. Very, very basic. But again, I think for the price and for a reasonably competent modeler, wouldn't suggest any major problems or issues. And as I said before, I've built one before, and if I do say so myself, even though self-praise is no recommendation of quality, as Mr. Blackadder once says, I think you can make these into quite a nice looking build, because they even provide you with some more markings and painting plans. Some of you will argue that these HobbyBoss colours plans aren't particularly accurate, but once again, you pay your money, you take your choice. I haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet. I might do it in conjunction with the T-34 and do something on the Russian front. So it may be that, or it may be something to do from Kursk or wherever. As I said, I tend to decide as I'm going along, but given that this kit won't give you an awful lot of options, I'm guessing, it's all down to the camouflage and the markings at the end. So here we are. 3 cardboard boxes and lots of sprues in lots of plastic bags. Again, all pre-molded. The towing wires, the barrel cleaning rods, the shovels, everything else. Oh, a lot of flash on some of the smaller pieces. So I'm guessing a pretty horrible build. Again, not hugely detailed as I'm going along. Oh, quite nice pieces. The rear section, forgive me if my phone goes do. There's someone at the door. Again, molded in screw hinge fasteners either side of the vision cupola. Again, different options. Gun mantlets, something's fallen off already, but you'd expect that with bits that stick up, they will get knocked. More suspension, more handles. As I'm going along, yeah, pretty much of a muchness. Exhaust, although quite nicely detailed. These should come up all right when finished. I've got a few spares because I don't always put all the tools on all my models, because I think, well, if they are in the heat of battle, something might get lost, knocked off, forgotten, or whatever. So I've got a few slightly highly more detailed axes and additional tools that I think I'll use on this. But again, they look pretty clear. There was a flash, there's flash on some of the parts, but not too many. So you can forgive that. And what's left in there, they're your decals. And of course, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 sprues of track links. So on these long, cold winter evenings, that'll give you something to do rather than talk to your other half. Anyway, let's get these boxes. Shall we guess which box holds what? Ooh, what's in this one? What's in that one? Let's go for the smallest one first. Oh, hey, there's a thing. They're not one box, it's 2 boxes. Timed one early, 1/16 scale, picture of the tank. Where's my knife? Here's my knife. Cutty, slashy. What we got in here? Oh, not a lot as it happens. Tip it out. I'm not going to mess about. Battery compartment. Looks like vision couplers. Here's your photo etch. Well, again, hardly any of it. 1, 2, 3, one sheet and the Zimmermitt tools. 1 sheet of photo etch there. Lots of springs for the suspension, lots of bolts. Oh, they are metal rods for the tracks, so that's something. And lots of bags of lots of different screws. So yeah, it's... Would you call this a kit? let's have a conversation about that. Is this a plastic model or is it a toy? I know it says on the box, this is not a toy. But obviously it was designed and manufactured at some point to be a toy. So would you say it is, or would you say it's not? And obviously this is the turret. Yeah, as you can see, it's all pre-molded. Not a lot for the modeler to go on. The rear compartment, yeah, as you can see, I know it's in 2 parts already, but the hatch, I'm guessing that is because it's molded, that won't open. Let me open this and have a look. I'm hoping it does, because at least you can put a crew or a controller in it, or a commander even. No, that doesn't open for manufacture, but saying that, I'm sure you could, if you wished, if you really wanted to, you could cut around it or trim around it so it would open. But then again, I don't know whether it would spin on these, so you might have to cut those out and have it either open or leave it as it is closed. Again, that bit goes on there, and I know because I saw it in the instructions, you put screws in there to stick it all back together. So that plastic goes for recycling, the turret goes back in there, and let's go for this box. Now I'm guessing this is probably the wheels, or these are probably the wheels. Let's find out. Ta-da! Oh, look, how good am I? Really, David, you excel yourself. You surprise yourself. Your brilliance is unsurpassed. Hey, like I said, if I don't blow my own trumpet, no one's going to do it for me. Some more sprues, some more suspension, some toe linkage eyes. Again, forgive me, I know they're not the correct terminology. Drive wheels, more road wheels, and that's all that's in there. So again, and you got your inner fill grommets and exterior, more road wheels. So again, not a huge amount to go through, and you know, by a process of elimination, one of these is the upper hull and one of these is the lower hull. What we got here? Yeah, lower hull. Anything else in the box? No. So we got the lower hull, the inner section or the inner support arms for the suspension. Yeah, battery compartment. As I said, I've built one of these before, so I didn't know what I was expecting, and no real major surprises. It looks nicely molded in terms of as much detail as you possibly could expect. There are pieces missing, I know. Again, the suspension bumps, the bump stocks, there's the wheel arms extensions, etc. They're all missing. But again, it was 80 quid. Get what you pay for, I suppose. But I am starting to believe that 80 quid is a bit high for this, given its level of detail. There's not even a crew member. So, Andy's Hobbies, if you are listening, should you come across one of my videos, kudos to yourself, good sir. Keep producing the models. Again, nothing else in there. This is obviously the upper hull. Turret ring, tyres. Yeah, they are tyres. I was wondering where they were. I wasn't going to say anything too early, but I was wondering what was adding the weight to this. Again, as you can see, it's all, or the vast majority of this is pre-molded on, so nothing too taxing. As I was saying to Mr. Andy's, there's your suspension arms and your wheel braces, etc. There's your tyres. There's your turret ring. Obviously, it's toothed for when it was planned to be a remote control model. More recycling, and as you can see here, it's all pre-molded. Nothing opens, nothing comes off. Not a huge amount of flash. There will need some clear up. You got pre-drilled holes for all the wires, etc. yeah, I suppose again a little bit of flash here, but hey, I suppose as a modeler you could go to town on it. You can obviously take some of these skirts off or damage them, but in terms of too great a build, it's not. Let's be honest. But again, you pays your money. I'm not aware, forgive me, of anyone else that does a decent. No, I think Trumpeter do a decent Tiger One model. I'd like to think someone does. Again, please comment. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm sure I am. And I do like to be corrected because it is, again, as I said, the dissemination and sharing of knowledge that allows us to learn, grow, develop as a human race. Although at times I do despair the future of the human race. But again, as I said, no politics here, please. As I said, those another temporary silence while I desperately try and think of the next thing to say. But I can't think of the next thing to say. Other than that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching my video number 3. As I said before, please do like, share, and comment. I've had close to 800 views on one of my videos and 400 and something on my third video. So somebody out there is watching them. It's not my mum watching them on repeat, so that she adds the numbers up, even though I am grateful for when she does do that. But she thinks my videos are boring. I say, well, thanks, Mum. Appreciate it. But anyway, yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, Andy's Hobbies. Thank you very much, sir, for building some more allied vehicles. But a Churchill would be phenomenal. I would really love to build a Churchill or a Matilda 2. Or a Firefly, or anything of that ilk. Or some more of the Follies, like a mine clearance, or whatever it may be. I don't know. But I have heard on the grapevine that Trumpeter have got a Hummel and a Nashorn on their way. I believe the finished build has been displayed at a recent toy fair somewhere on this planet. So again, that's something they're two I'm very, very much looking forward to. I will order those straight away from my local model shop because support local business, please, folks. The more you spend, the longer they can stay in business, and the more Jeff Bezos doesn't earn his billions from us. I always shop local if I possibly can. If not, I'll always go to one model shop on the net that is in the UK that can get the models that do provide a very good service and a loyalty as well. I got £25 off my last purchase from them. But there is a model shop that's opened not too far from me. It's opened in the last month. I will be going over and I will tell you all about it. He's on a Facebook page, but for the life of me, I can't remember the model shop's name. I'm desperately trying to think of it, but I'm not going to. So, as I said before, please like, comment, and share as we go. I hope you found this useful. It may encourage you to go out and buy one of these kits. As I said, don't expect too much from it. It's a remote control toy that's now a model kit. But you can have fun with it. It's not too expensive. It's a good, I will say, it's a good starting kit for this scale. If you've never built 1 to 16 before, then HobbyBoss is a good place to start. As I said, I've built the Tiger One. I built the T3485. Again, very, very similar principle. Bugger all to the inside, battery terminal box underneath. Very, very simple kit to build, but it's a nice looking model on the shelf. And I will buy their T34 again, because I might buy it as the partner tank to this. So if you haven't built a 1 to 16 scale before, take a look at these. The Tiger One, the T34. They do the T34 with this 75mm gun, and they do the T3485 as well. So you, again, pays your money, takes your choice. But this is me waffling. Listen to me again. So I am going to draw this. Hopefully I've kept it less than 27 minutes this time. And as I said, happy modelling. Thank you for watching. Do comment, share, and like. It is hugely appreciated for this fledgling creator. And that's it. So I will show you this at build's end when I'm back from hospital and I'm doing my recuperation, because that's what I bought this one for. Although, given that it won't take me long, I might actually build something else at the same time. One of Andy's models, I've got their Greyhound waiting to be built, because I built their Puma, but I've got the Greyhound awaiting. So I may do the Greyhound pretty soon after this one. So anyway, thanks once again. I will wrap that up there, I promise this time. So, David, signing off from the Modeller's Friend. Thank you very much, and happy modelling.